I'm here again. They're gonna keep on blocking me. Listen, I do the videos, it takes a lot of space, man. I'm getting tired of y'all trying to block something that people created out there to make us feel good. And that's why they get paid for it. Because they make us feel good. Music is amazing. It's medicine also. What? Come on, guys. Move. It's only Tuesday, boo-boo. Tomorrow is hump day. Let's go. Come on, shake it. Move it. It hurts. Yes. Damn it. Let's go. What? I numb it. What? I'm gonna stop it there because they're gonna block me again if I keep continue. So I'm gonna block it right there because they're gonna go ahead and block me, and I don't want them to keep on blocking me. All right? I ain't got time. How y'all doing? It's been a while. Let me go ahead and turn this off here a minute and come back to y'all and see what's up. What's going on with y'all? Haven't been up here on and off. Life is out there. It's real. Okay, life ain't no joke out there. And of course, things happen. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have to turn around and, get off of this social platform that we got going on. And we got to take care of some things, not only your family, but also for yourself. And a lot of that's been going on lately. That's what I'm going to come up here and talk about a little bit about. So y'all know I've been working already up there in Knoxville. At the McDonald's. Listen, I gotta tell you, man. Physically, I've been abusing myself. I have been. I've been giving myself more than 100 to this facility. But I gotta tell you, this facility has a bunch of special people in there. If there were a bunch of assholes, I wouldn't do more than 100. I wouldn't. But they all loving, you know what I'm saying? It's just they ain't been trained correctly. They ain't been taught correctly. Because there ain't no time to teach correctly. You know what I'm saying? This is the way it is nowadays. It's not like the old days. This is why there's problems. Okay? I don't know why it should be implemented. It should have never been changed. If you change it, that's where the formula goes. Boom. It goes down. It goes shattered. Okay, so, I mean, I say accountability. That's what I say. I may not be saying that word correctly because I get tongue-tied when I do say this, a couple of the words. Of course, that's because of my head up here. I got issues, But, I'm going to be straight up, okay? We have a bunch of special people in my facility, okay? And I love them all. There's not a one that I don't dislike. I can't. It's not in me to dislike. I can't. There's no way. There's just no way. Okay, now, do we have some that are and then some, hell, man, some of them think the same way about me, so I can't go there. That's why I say I can't dislike. It's just I can't, because each one, they do their stuff, no lie, they do, and to the best of their ability, okay? Now, some of them just do it and don't really give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Lately, my give a damn has been breaking down. So my give a damn is like, I don't give a damn. It's busted. And that's the way it's been going lately. And that's because Casper has been giving her all. You know what I'm saying? But I've been giving my all to a hell of a boss. Okay, I gotta say, man. I love her. She's got a mouth like me. All right, she's got a big one. And no lie, she's got a big one. But let me tell you about this big mouth that she has. She makes shit happen. You understand what I'm saying? She makes shit happen. Now, she may not make it happen the way they want to make it happen, or the way they would like to make it happen, or the way that the rules say to make it happen. But when you're down in the nitty gritty here, and you're stuck like Chuck, that woman makes things happen. Okay, so I don't knock her. So I felt, man, she carrying the whole boat here. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and jump in there and help her carry the boat. And I did. I started there and I was doing fantastic until I started breaking down. Yep. You know how it is, right? Muscles start breaking down. Stuff starts breaking down. Start hurting. Now my plantar fasciitis has flared up again, so now I'm limping, which doesn't help the muscle that I tore up a couple of weeks ago, which maybe was 3 weeks ago, a month ago, or something like that. You know, I tore up a little muscle back there. And that's because I was trying to help, but I wasn't helping. You understand what I'm saying? Because when I came in the next day and she came in the next day, we were looked at the place and we're like, okay, so what's going on? Someone's dropping the ball here. And this is where the word comes in, accountability. Okay, and I say this. All right? And she's a hell of a boss. But if it was me and she would put me as assistant or supervisor or even a crew leader, okay, as a crew leader, I'd be writing up people. I'm sorry. Because I'm not going to let my supervisor come and yell at me because the boss yelled at her, or not yell, but, discipline, okay? Because the ball's got to drop from the top down to the bottom, right? And I'm before the bottom, all right? So if I'm the crew leader, I'm going to make sure I ain't going to get rid up. But if y'all suckers ain't going to do your shit right, I'm going to write y'all suckers up. You know what I'm saying? This is the word accountability. This is where it comes in. Okay, y'all, you got to teach it right, but you don't have time to teach it. You can't turn around and hire a person and expect them in 24 hours to 48 hours to learn the position and run it 100%. That's the way it's been happening. Okay, I was thrown in there. And I only got 16 hours of training. No lie. 16 hours of being shown what to do and not training, because they didn't do it. They only did it once and then they walked away. And they said, you got any questions, let me know. And of course, Casper got a lot of stupid questions. So Casper going to be asking some stupid questions. Casper going to learn this shit down. You know why? Because if I learn it, that's one less shit they got to worry about. So I'm going to do my stuff right. That's why I go ahead and ask stupid questions. Because there ain't no question. There ain't no stupid question. All right? And you know what? They love answering my stupid question. Even if they're going to turn around and say, that was a stupid question. You know what? They're still going to answer my stupid question. I don't give a damn. My give a damn is busted. But I'm going to learn it. And that's what I've been doing on my half when I got the position, is to make sure that I do what she has given me my duties. Now, has my duties expanded a little bit more and I've pushed myself out there a little bit more just to help out? Yes. And do I turn around and say that the supervisors need to step up to the plate? I totally 100% agree with that. Do I say that these new, I don't know who they are, I don't know what age they are, and I can't even go there. All I know is that they need to be trained correctly. Okay, if you put them in a position, if you put them in a spot, if you put them in an area, they are not only to run that area, they're also to clean the area. They're also to wipe down the area. They're also to pull the machinery out and sweep behind that area. Mop behind that area. Okay, this is the way you train them correctly. So like that, we ain't got to hear the boss that much. Get what I'm saying? Like I love her when she's smiling and she's in a good mood and she's fantastic. But when she it's no bueno. It's no bueno. It's like no bueno. Like, it's not good. And I don't like seeing her like that. You know why? Because she's giving more than 100. She's giving 100. I think she's giving 200. You know what I'm saying? But today, when I walked in, because yesterday, let me tell you something. I was going to go to work, but after they took 5 hours of my tooth in here, there's no way I was going to go to work. So yesterday I didn't go to work. All right? And they didn't even finish doing the root canal. How about that one? We'll talk about that later on. But I walked in today, and let me tell you something. What I've never seen with any company, and that's including Wilderness and Soke. I'm including y'all in there, okay? Because what I saw today has impressed the shit out of me. You hear what I'm saying? Now, was it a surprise to me? I think she said it. I just didn't really pay attention because there was a lot of stuff going on. But today, when I tell you, managers, maintenance supervisors, and maintenance people, all right? I'm talking about supervisors also, crew leaders. I mean, when I tell you everybody from every area of the district, an hour and a half away from our facility, an hour and a half away from our facility, some of them are 2 hours, they came all and showed up in our facility to back us up and help us out in our inspection that we're having at the end of the week. And I was like, holy tamales, man. Like, this is the military, man. The McDonald's military just showed up. No lie. When I tell you I have never seen so many buckets on the floor, I have never seen so many buckets. I have never seen so much everybody. I'm telling you, I don't know how we were doing food in the middle of the process of everybody wearing gloves, masks, and wiping and away from the food. Everybody stay away from the food. All I know is that it was happening. It was happening. It was going down. It was going down. And I gotta say, you know, in the beginning it blew me away because I saw my area completely discombobulated. And, you know, Casper is a little bit OCD when it comes down to her area. She like her area nice and clean, you know what I'm saying? And I almost had a conniption, but then I had to look and around, and I'm like, well, all these people came from other places here to help us out. I guess they can use my area and go ahead and use it as a, you know, the base. All right, y'all can go ahead and do that. I just hope at the end of the day you don't leave it like this, and I don't come back like to this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta tell you, and when I left, there was still human resources was getting down with the machine. And I know it was down by the drive-thru, and that was the last thing I saw. Human resources. I saw my boss with 4 people in her office, and all I wanted was my Yeti. Okay, I got my Yeti, and I just I didn't even say bye. I clocked out, and I was gone. Okay, I left my buddy girl. I don't want to mention her name. But I don't want to mention nobody's name. That's why I'm not trying to do that. So I left her, and I was cracking up at the end of my day. I was cracking up with her because, you know, it's been like a long process of 2 weeks for all of us. For me, more. I got hurt and I lost 3 weeks. I was down. That means I left her and the crew all by themselves, right? And then I came back, recuperated, of course, trying to come back at full force. Of course, the plantar fasciitis again flared up, and then everything else is just starting to come up. You know what I'm saying? So I have to do me. You know what I'm saying? So today I want to say that I was impressed with the facility. I was impressed with everybody in there. I was. But there comes a time where I got to do me. And I love everybody in there. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I don't even want to cry, really, to be honest. But I got to do me. You know what I'm saying? Because here, I love them all. Who wants to leave where you can get along with everybody? You know, and even the ones that don't like you still smile on your face because they're Judases. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of those out there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Jesus sat at the table with Judas and told him the truth. You betrayed me. And I know you did. But we're going to go eat steak tonight, okay? We ain't going to question nothing else. I just want everybody to know that you were the one that betrayed me. So let's munch down this steak and let's go ahead and face this thing I got to go do. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot of Judases out there. If y'all don't know what Judases are, the truth, go read the Bible. Some of y'all need to go read the Bible for real, okay? It's a good reading book, all right? It's not that bad. It's a good story. It's a good story. Start from the beginning. Okay, there's a lot of chapters that go with it. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I announced it today, and she didn't want to hear it, and I know, and I didn't want to. Not in the middle of all this that's going on. I didn't want to, but I have to because that is a responsible thing, of course, to do. You know, but I know it's gonna come up again after all this chaos is done and finished. You know, But guys, I'm up here to tell you, you know, it's okay to give your job 100%, but if your job, and I'm talking about the owners, okay, the franchise, the corporations, okay, all right, if y'all don't turn around and take care of your employees, your good ones, you're gonna lose them. No lie, you're gonna lose them. I'm sorry. All right, you're putting stipulations on these raises and not knowing that some of your good workers are doing 3 people's job. 3 people's job, okay? Multitasking, no lie, multitasking, okay? And yeah, I've seen some of them do it, okay? I've seen some of these young people in there that I know personally. Can't mention their names. I know one of them that he's not getting paid enough for what he does. And he is an amazing young man. He's got a hell of a freaking brain on his head. And he's cute and he's funny and he's adorable and he's smart. and he knows his stuff, okay? But then we have a couple of young ladies also that know their shit too, damn it. I feel that, the boss asked me the other day, I think it was, I don't know why she asked me, but I answered her as truthful as I could. She says, if this was your company, how would the wages be all across the board? I said, everybody get paid the same, $17 an hour. And she was like, what? I said, oh yeah. If you want the best of the best crew, okay, that is going to clean, is going to go ahead and wipe, is going to go ahead and take out trash and not worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Is going to sweep and mop. Is going to go and check the paper towels, make sure all the paper towels are done. It's going to make sure that the back is all prepped and ready to go for stock. I mean, $17 an hour all across the board with everybody. I don't think that half of your facilities will be in the position or in the state of situation that you're in now. Okay, because everybody wants to go ahead and hold back on that money. Y'all go ahead and hold back on that money. You're losing good employees. It's not my loss. It's your loss. Okay, because I value myself. And I think I've given enough months. Okay, minus the time that I've lost of sickness. Okay, it wasn't because I was lost because I wanted to stay home and not do anything today. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Okay, but for solid reasons. My point is that they count you down for the time that you haven't been there, but they don't count for the time that you were there, what you've done. And sometimes you have to give credit where credit is due. And I give credit to these professionals that have been there 10, 20, 30 years, putting up with the same thing and the changes that they've had to put up with. Because I'm pretty sure that 10 years ago, this facility was not in the condition, or maybe this facility was not in the shape that it is now. It may have been a different facility because, they're upgrading them, I believe, every 10 years or every 9 years. I don't know how that goes either. Let me not misspeak either. But my point is they do upgrade them. Okay, so I don't know, but I just feel that accountability, that's my word for today. And it's been my word for the whole week. Okay, accountability has to be done. It has to be given. You have to turn around and tell your leads, your assistant managers, your crew leaders, your supervisors, or anyone that has a position, not a position of regular employee, a position. If you're given a key, if you're given a position, bottom line, you are responsible to train the people that are underneath you. It is not the boss's responsibility to open her mouth or his mouth and come across and say, hey, did you finish doing this? Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry. Get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? Okay, and this is where I think that this is what happens, okay? You have to start taking your position. If you want to be respected and you say, I'm a supervisor, and you want to own your own store, you want to manage your own store, or you want to go ahead and run something, then action speaks louder than words. Step up to the plate. And please don't let that boss turn around and do anything. As a matter of fact, it should be the other way around. Boss, step to the side. I got this. Boss, can you step to the side for a minute, please? I got this. You're not pushing the boss to the side. You're doing your job. You're taking over because that's what you're getting trained for. That's what you want to get trained for. Right? This is what I'm saying. Okay? I'm 61. I'm old school. Okay, and I'm OCD like I said. I like my area bleached, clean, bucket, nice and smelling good. All my towels and all my grill towels, they look good. They come to me dirty and disgusting. But by the time I'm done with them, they go out nice and clean. Because that's my job. That is my job. Okay? All right? I take pride in my position. And this is what every single one of y'all out there that has a job should do. Take pride in whatever position you have and show it. Put it out there. Let everybody see how much you boy, that girl loves her. She good at her shit, man. Look at her. You see that? Did you see that? Man, that girl. Bam. It's shining too. You may not be the best at it. You may not be fast at it. But no one can do what you can do. And that's the whole thing about it. You gotta believe in yourself and say, I'm worth more than what you think you're paying me. And I know how much I'm worth. Hell, I don't think nobody can afford my ass. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to work with you if you work with me. Okay? But if you keep on stepping on me, listen, to all y'all management, please don't sit there and tell me I haven't gotten a raise in 2 or 3 years or 4 years. Please talk to me about how many bonuses you gotten. Please, because you gotten bonuses. I think that counts as a raise for you guys. So when people come up to you and say, hey boss, maybe you can, when it comes down to a raise, I ain't got no raise and you know how long? Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you gotten bonuses and none of us have. That's reality. I'm just being real. Okay? So with this, my word for today is accountability. All right? Take pride in what you do and be responsible for what you do. If you got 10 people underneath you, if you got 9 people underneath you, if you got 50 people underneath you, it is your responsibility to make sure that when those owners or those district managers or those CEOs or those directors that come down and they're going to surprise check your ass, what you going to do? You're going to impress the shit out of them. You know why? Because you know your shit. Okay, and you take accountability, okay, and you make sure that everybody gets a whatever Cersei at the end of it and saying you guys made this happen. Because without a we, it can't happen. You can be one person, and you can try your ass off. You're going to wear yourself down and you're going to die. You're going to have a heart attack. And I'm done with that. We need a we. And we ain't got a we, it ain't going to function. You see what I'm saying? All right. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and tell all of y'all we need some prayers. We got some family members in the hospital personally from my family, from my side. Okay. And also from the Queen side, we got some families that are, going through some cycles. Okay. My point is, we got some family members also that have lost some loved ones. We need some prayers out here, and we haven't been sending prayers to each other. It sucks. It just really sucks. I don't know why. I don't know why everybody's losing faith. I don't know why no one's believing. Nobody's having no sessions, no nothing. I don't know what's going on. Okay, but y'all paying attention to the news and all this bumbo jumbo. I don't. My TV's unplugged. Yes, because I'm trying to, not to use a lot of electricity, even though I don't have to pay for electricity. But if I don't need it, why am I going to have it plugged? You know what I'm saying? They say they watching you. No, mine's unplugged. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna work that way. All right, but we need some prayers, okay? Stop paying attention to the news. That's my point. All right, and we also need some prayers for the ones that are coming out of the hospitals, that are going home, to say bye-bye to everybody at home because they don't want to die at the hospitals. We need some prayers there for those family members that are about to go ahead and cherish their moments with their final moments with their loved ones, okay? And also we need prayers for the rehab. We got a bunch of them that are going into rehab. And this is the worst time now because we got seasons coming up. So I completely understand it's going to be hard for you to start. And for the old ones, you already know what to do. If you got discipline within yourself, then you know you got it. You're good. If you don't, reach out to your sponsor, reach out to someone that's a positive, that's not, negative. Reach out and, knock on the door and say, hey, I need a little advice, I need a little talk, I need a pep talk, whatever it is, whatever the case may be. All right? And to y'all, some of y'all that I've been informed during the weeks that y'all been diagnosed with cancer, listen to me. It's not over. Okay? Listen, I got some of them that have recovered 3 or 4 times from cancer. So don't start crying and saying, my life is over. No, unless you give up, then your life is over. If you give up, that's you. I'm not a giver-upper. So I'm going to keep on going forward. Hello. I see many that keep on going forward. Hello. All right. So we need some prayers for those so that they can, some of the prayers can work so they can gain a little bit more faith and say, all right, let me see if I can beat it or kick it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell. There are still people out there that are in stage 3 and still fighting it and kicking it. I know a gentleman myself that I've met, and from the first time that I started working in the facility, he comes and he drinks a cup of coffee black, no sugar, no nothing. He sits there for a whole hour, and he's just pushing the pain, and he's just pushing the pain, and he's just pushing the pain, and he's holding the pain, and he's breathing in and out. I come and I sit next to him. I grab his hands. He lowers his head. We pray. Then I look at him and I'm like, you good? He's like, I think I'm going to make it. I said, let's go. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Okay. So far, he's still here. Okay, I dread the day, that I may not see him again, you know what I'm saying? But I still pray for him. And don't even know his name, okay? But every time I see him, I grab his hand or I throw him a kiss. And he throws me a kiss right back. Because he knows he's loved. Okay? It doesn't matter whether you know somebody's name or not. Show him some love. Show everybody some love. It doesn't hurt. Alright? So, with this, prayers to everybody else out there. Alright? Y'all need it? I'm sending them. We need a lot, okay? And, yeah, that's all I gotta say. I miss y'all. I love y'all. A lot's going on, okay? A lot's going on. But I'm about to go ahead and do me because I have to. I have no other choice. I have to value myself. And I have. And I think that I deserve more than what I'm getting. So with this, go out there and challenge yourself too. Okay? If you feel that you're worth more, then go find it. I didn't have to go looking. It came knocking on my door. That's the way the Lord works. See what I'm saying? But we'll see what the next couple of days brings or the next couple of weeks, because tomorrow, I can't predict it. So with this, I love you all. My queen, I see you later. Bye-bye.